One of the MCs who are here, he asked us a question when he was opening. He said, any of you who has ever participated in corruption, hands up. And all of us, our hands were down. And then he said, anybody among us who has ever been bribed? Again, I didn't see any hand up. And then he said about anybody who has received. I saw one hand. And that was very good because this one hand was brave. What I've learned about fighting corruption, and I've been in this practice for many years actually. When I was still active Archbishop, I was a chair of National Anti-Corruption Campaign Steering Committee. I can see Mr. Nganga here and the rest. And I have never come across a Kenyan who says, I'm corrupt or I've participated in corruption. But I've met so many Kenyans who say, those people are corrupt. And actually, almost all of us here are saying that. Those people are corrupt. But none in Kenya has said, I am corrupt. In fact, when Mr. Twaliba arrests people and they bring them to ESC, they all come defending and complaining. I have been targeted. It is a political one. Or because my village people looked at me and they were envious, you know? So let us begin to change that mindset and own the problem. Because the potential to be corrupt is there. And for those who have participated, the opening up of this ADR and these avenues, they give you opportunity really to say, I want a good country, and therefore may I stop the corruption I've been having, come and own up. And the process is actually very good because I've noticed how at the commission, how it's working. Just bring what you have, like we have recovered those pieces of land, and of course I've seen one person who has written saying he wants really to bring land back. So when Mr. Twalib gets that information, go ahead and get the land. So please come forward. By bolding into yourselves and not being open to this problem, we cannot win. So defensive for nothing. So as we talk about corruption in Africa, let us all unite and support all agencies that are fighting corruption. Because the fight against corruption in Kenya is receiving a lot of support from government. And in particular, His Excellency the President actually has pronounced himself on zero tolerance against corruption. Therefore, there is no excuse for all of us not entering this war. Most fundamentally, the government has supported the fight against corruption in policy development such as national ethics and anti-corruption policy, which actually at the moment has been approved by the cabinet and is awaiting the National Assembly's ratification. Supporting on investigations which require international interventions, and as the CEO has mentioned, a lot of mutual legal assistance laws have been ratified, and that's a very good move for us. We are also mainstreaming values as part of the teaching in the curriculum in our schools and our institutions. And this is where the way to go for the younger people, that in our education systems, we should begin at a very early age to inculcate the values that will support society. And ESCC and part of the multi-agency group have contributed to the curriculum that we are now offering our institutions. Now, our strategic focus is to accord priority to high-impact cases, asset recovery, prevention of corruption, and the promotion of ethics and standards in lines with Chapter 6 of our Constitution. And as you are aware, Chapter 6 was put in the Constitution basically to be like the driving wheel of this nation. It has been mutilated, but I think the values that are there need to continually be used and also enforced. State and public officers who make up the reality that those who accept, yes, I want to say that those of us who accept public offices should also know that these offices are held in trust for the people of Kenya. And that if we are not willing to follow those values, particularly under Chapter 6 of the Constitution, basically just give up. Because this is an office you hold for the sake of serving the people of Kenya. And you don't hold a public office for entitlement. You find sometimes we get these offices and then we feel very comfortable and look for entitlement. That is not right. It is an office people of Kenya have given us to serve them. If I was in the church, I would talk about servant leadership by our Lord Jesus Christ. You serve the people, and that brings you a lot of joy. You know, when you find people that you are serving are happy, that is a great joy. And so public servants who feel that they are entitled to something, that's a wrong thing. We are given that as a privilege in order to serve the people of Kenya. I was asked to come here to open officially, so I want to make it as short as possible. But I want to as I conclude,